to the business. Means back to the trenches. You ain't even got a mention. I got vision. I got vision. I do. Means back to the business. Means back to the trenches. You ain't even got a mention. I got vision. I got vision. I got vision. What? I got vision. Yeah.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Christmas edition of Friday Night Live, brought to you by Hybrid Promotions, as always, on the Self-Made Sports Network. I am joined by JT, just as every other night. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Just watching a little Alabama, Oklahoma. It's a fun game, but yeah, we're just chilling on a Friday night.
Yeah,
What's
we
going on with you?
pretty much doing the same thing here. I actually do have the Thunder and the Timberwolves on in the background here behind the computer as well. I do want to let everybody know we have a couple special guests with us tonight, starting with the one, the only, Young Bakes.
What's up?
What's going on, brother?
How we doing tonight, everybody?
We doing
Good.
pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good, baby. Doing good for this Christmas edition. I'm excited about the show tonight. Like Josh said, or Slim said, we got a special guest tonight. I'm very, very excited to bring him in. Um, Great insight. Uncle Juice, aka Andre Thomas.
What's happening? My boy Josh throwing out them thunder. We
What's
trying
going
to do
on?
our thing, get to real quick.
What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm blessed. Ready to watch some boxing, ready to watch some football, ready to get it cracking.
Yeah. Hey, all right. So, gentlemen, why don't we go ahead and jump right into it? We'll start with what's freshest in the minds of the people from last night. The Rams shockingly go down here to the Seahawks in a game early in the fourth quarter that you thought they pretty much had wrapped up. Kind of at a loss for words there for what happened. You had a couple great stops. Sam Darnold kind of turned into what they had made him look like against the Vikings last year in the playoffs and late in the season there, and kind of what they had made him look like earlier in the season, throwing, just kind of disguising the defense really well. They were kind of steamrolling them there. They went up 30-14 late in the third or early in the fourth. I can't really remember at this point. And then they just kind of stalled out on offense, and the defense kind of fell asleep. And you give up a punt return that kind of electrifies that 12th man, and you 3 and out again, and then Jackson Smith and Jigba kind of comes alive there after he hasn't really done anything for a while, and suddenly you kind of give up a couple. Well, I guess the one thing I want to talk about with you guys is, what do you think about that two-point conversion that was considered a backwards pass that was batted forward, that was picked up supposedly as a live ball there by Charbonnet?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got to defer to the rest of the group here. I wasn't watching the game live. I did see a couple like replays, like this morning probably, of that play. I guess when I first saw it, I was kind of surprised that they thought that there was enough to reverse the call. 'Cause I think that was it, right? It was called incomplete originally, and then they reversed it. Is that right?
Yes.
To a fumble, to scoop and fumble. So, yeah, I was pretty surprised, but I didn't get a whole lot of looks at it. So, I don't know if anybody else has a stronger opinion on it than I do.
I didn't get the strongest look at the play. I'll get a chance to review it later, but I can definitely say that this has been one of the worst officiated and worst played seasons of football that I've seen in quite some time. I watched Jalen Hurts fumble the ball twice on the same play last week. Like, it's been ridiculous. But I am glad, despite the jersey, I am a avid 49ers fan, and I'm glad somebody handled business because Seattle has played up and down all season, and the Rams are really looking like they ready to go to a Super Bowl again. And I just can't deal with that again. The team is so good. Y'all playing that three tight end set. Y'all got all the running backs in the world. Like y'all really look like y'all ready for a Super Bowl run. So I just needed somebody to handle business because we handled business earlier in the season and we got matchups. I hate when they have the divisional in the beginning of the season and the end of the season because those
Right.
games mean so much and you kind of need a
Yeah, that's
chance to
crazy.
roll
Yeah.
out the other teams to see what's going to go on before you get to divisional. You 0-1 in the division and it's the second week of the season, you're already behind an eight ball that's out of this world.
Bakes, do you got anything to add here on? Did you get any good looks at that play last night?
I didn't see the play per se, um, but what I can say is you guys were down a major weapon on offense, and for you guys to really kind of put up that fight throughout the game, I mean, it
That
just
is true.
sucks. It just really sucks. You guys came short. Uh, like I said, the Rams are pretty much a favorite to make it to the Super Bowl or at least make a deep run in the playoffs. So I'm excited to see what you guys do.
Yeah, the funny thing about that game is Seattle had scored and they had tied the game up 30-30, and the Rams got the ball. I believe there was 3:19 to go in the game, and he kind of murmurs. He goes, "This is the final drive of the game." And the Rams proceed to go three and out, or no, they drive down, kick the field goal, miss. Um, the Seahawks go three and out, coming back the other direction. The Rams go three and out again, and I think the Seahawks kind of took the ball and kneeled it down and went to overtime. So in the final 3 minutes, there was four different possessions between both teams combined. And then the Rams driving all the way down, throwing the touchdown, and then just kind of giving up that long drive there and that 2 point conversion. I mean, you got to give it to the Seahawks where credit. You got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, that was some beautifully executed plays there, late in the game, late in the red zone, and high pressure situations. And I mean, you gotta include the luck that goes with that as well.
To me, you always playing a dangerous game when you go into overtime with a lack of momentum. I've never
Absolutely.
understood that. Like you just keep stifling and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take a knee and give it to the same offense that ain't been doing nothing in overtime. And granted, the Seahawks did what the Seahawks are supposed to do. They supposed to be defense U for the NFL, and they haven't been that since the Legion of Boom. But you do have the best wide receiver in the league, and based on that fact alone, you got to get at least one win against everybody in the division, especially in this division. Because I've been telling people for years,
yeah,
this is the
yeah,
hardest
it's
division
top
in
heavy.
football.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
because I
pretty
know the
top heavy.
49ers and the Rams have always had some, epic battles over the last few years, especially with the
Absolutely.
surge of the Rams, with the great coaching of the Rams. 49ers, I think our coach is a maniac. I think that playbook is too extensive, and that's where we find troubles, is trying to break down the schematics of this man's scheme. But I look forward to seeing the Rams bounce back. I wish you guys had that win last night, but
It would have
ultimately,
made it easier, but it'll be all right.
everything's a situation, and you guys find yourselves out of a good situation last night, which is unfortunate.
That's all right. They'll be okay. Um, while we're looking here, I pulled up the standings here for everyone to look at. I want to kind of draw everyone's attention to the NFC North here, and the Packers here sitting at 9-4-1 now. JT, kind of a rough weekend
Yeah.
for you this past weekend. What are you guys kind of is this kind of a sound the alarm injury, or is this something you guys think you can overcome, or what's your kind of your outlook moving forward here?
I mean, I think they can overcome it in regards to just like making the playoffs. Um, but God, it makes any championship hopes a lot tougher. I guess you could never rule anything out, but yeah, that was a demoralizing loss. I mean, obviously you're playing one of the best teams in the NFL in the Denver Broncos, so there certainly wasn't any shame in losing. It was just certainly how you lost and what happened during that loss. You know, they come out, played really well in the first half. Jordan Love was in his bag, but then I you you just won't see things go downhill quite like you saw in that second half. You know, the Packers were basically for the first time. I kind of joked. It felt like it was the first time in like an eternity that the Packers had the ball on offense with a two-score lead. Very first play after that happened, interception. Christian Watson gets hurt. And then, of course, the big one is that, of course, the Micah Parsons tore his ACL a little later in the game, which is obviously just Micah Parsons, one of the best players in the NFL. I don't need to tell anybody that.
Yeah, he's
And
like top two defensively, in my
yeah, he's
opinion.
he's one of the best. So that's a tough blow, and not even just from obviously this year, but just on the timing of when that happens. There's a chance he could miss some time next year. Obviously,
Hmm.
Patrick Mahomes is looking at the same thing. Basically, the NFL saw probably two top five players in the NFL tear their ACLs within hours of each other. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Packers are kind of able to scrounge it together against the Bears. A little bit of a silver lining was that Christian Watson. It sounds like it wasn't anything too serious, so he might play. I don't know if he'll be limited. Obviously, the thing with Watson and Parsons is uh, a lot of the benefit that they bring to the team isn't necessarily their direct talent. It's kind of how they help the rest of the team. Watson really takes the top off of that offense, and of course Parsons draws so much attention that allows other guys to get into it. But yeah, getting back to your original point, they could probably. It seems like I think if they at least win one more game, they'll probably still get into the playoffs. But it's going to be tough to make a serious run at a Super Bowl.
To be honest with you, I don't know how Bo Nix is doing this. Like he doesn't
That's a
do
good
anything that's
question.
that's that's too impressive. He looks like a souped up Tebow at the quarterback position. He doesn't have the heart of Tebow, but he has a better skill set than Tebow had as a quarterback. But everything tells me that this dude is just borrowing time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo, all I do is win next.
He didn't win at Auburn.
Well, look, sometimes you gotta go away to make a comeback. And when my man went to his second stand, he started doing his thing. You gotta remember, this is Captain COVID right here, man. COVID made everything weird. This dude is like a 25 was like a 25-year-old rookie and had been in college for like 6 years. Like he came in the league as a grown man. Like COVID did a lot of things weird and nothing did it change weirder than football. And y'all gotta remember, man, it's December. That ground is cold, man. I kept watching football all weekend thinking that ground is cold. I was watching it, my mom was like, why is everybody fumbling the ball? Why is everybody getting injured? It's December. If you ever play football in December, especially in the Midwest, that ground is cold as concrete, and that football is like holding a stone. Like this is what separates the men from the boys, that December football. You gotta come with it or you gotta run from it.
Well, it's cold
Absolutely.
in Green Bay, Wisconsin as well, so they're very used to the cold. I don't think that really affected them too much. It was more or less that I don't know how Bo Nix is doing this. He's not doing anything that is super impressive. He just makes that one pass at the right time.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. He's really just a glorified game manager, and obviously he's got a really good head coach. But yeah, that was some of the criticism that people had on Jeff Hafley, the defensive coordinator for the Packers, is that he really wasn't being aggressive towards Bo Nix. He was just kind of hanging out and uh, you know kind of letting Bo Nix kind of do his thing. Yeah, I thought the same thing. Obviously, I don't pay a whole lot of attention to the Denver Broncos outside of this game, but yeah, I was really surprised to see the season that Bo Nix has been putting up.
Yeah, it's
I had the Broncos going second in that division this year. I thought the Chargers would win it. I think the Chiefs are getting older and longer in the tooth. The Broncos came in this year with a good defense and a solid running game. And as far as Bo Nix being a game manager, I can't go against the grain on what you're saying. But in my lifetime, I've seen at least three game managers go win a Super Bowl. Like, if you can be a game manager and you got a tight enough defense and you know how to throw the ball at just the right time, you're going to cook every day.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think the Broncos, they have what, a 12 wins now, and I think 11 of them are comeback wins. They're just kind of one of those teams that just always kind of seems to be there. They've almost kind of stealing the Chiefs' mantra of keep it close and we'll win it at the end, and they just kind of silently stacked that here throughout the season.
Yeah, the comeback kids.
Yeah,
I can
absolutely.
respect the comeback kid, but I don't want to get down so much that we got to come back that many times in the first place. I watched Elway do that for years, and it was because he didn't have the talent around him. But to have to go into a game down 2 or 3 touchdowns going into halftime, that's got to be mind melting.
Yeah, I pulled the standings back up here for everyone to kind of look at again. This doesn't include last night's game, which, again, moves the Seahawks into first in the NFC West, moves the Rams down to second, essentially in a tie with the Niners for fifth and sixth right now in the NFC standings, I believe, moving Seattle up to the number 1 seed. The Bears hold the second seed. It looks like the Eagles are up there at number 3 with the Bucks. Once again, as we talked about a couple weeks ago, JT, the NFC South just kind of once again just puts it into that 4th seed here.
Yep.
As another conference just kind of powers their way through the conference.
Looking at the
great.
standings right now, how do y'all feel about conference realignment? Because some of these teams and their standings are completely egregious.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I guess the big thing is maybe not directly conference realignment, but I don't know if at some point, I don't know if the NFL has any plans for expansion, which could give you some opportunity to potentially shift things around. But yeah, it's so weird seeing things. It's kind of not fair seeing things so lopsided like that. And you'd like to shift things around, but then of course you can't always count on the team staying the same. Or like, do you go to more of like what the NBA does?
That's what I was gonna say.
Believe, yeah, with where things are based off the conference. I believe. I obviously you guys know I'm not big on the NBA. I believe there are technically divisions in the NBA, but they don't play as big of a role in the playoff seeding as the conference stuff does. So yeah, it's a really good point. I don't know what the best solution is, but yeah, it's just seeing that NFC South records against those NFC West records, it's
Like,
basically
and
not
you got to
fair.
remember, one of those teams is going to get a home playoff game in the
Exactly.
playoffs, which just
Yeah.
doesn't
They
seem
could get
fair.
a couple depending on who they have to play.
Correct. It's the wild, wild west out here as far as these standings is concerned. But then you look at the teams at the bottom, and it's like it's a decent draft coming up. But who's gonna really come in and change some of these teams? Kyler Murray is like 2 inches taller than my little sister. Like, can we stop with the madness in Arizona, please?
Speaking of Arizona, I did once again want to mention the 2 teams that are blocked out by our banner on the bottom. Unfortunately, nothing changed down there. It's the Raiders and the Cardinals again at 2-12 and 3-11. So I just want to make sure that they get their recognition because they're not getting their screen time over here. So shout out to those
The
2
battle
teams
for Mendoza.
the battle for the banner.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah.
The Raiders just stink like bad weed. They're terrible. Like, if I was Tom Brady, I would literally be embarrassed to be doing commentary and be a part of a team that is that trash.
Yeah, it's kind of a train wreck over there right now. Well, you guys got anything else you want to add here to the NFL talk before we kind of move on? I know we didn't really talk about the AFC too much here. We're all pretty much Northsiders as far as that goes.
Yeah, I want to talk about the Bears. I don't know how they're where they are. They are clearly paper champs, and they're going to get poked.
It's
I
that Ben
disagree.
Johnson effect. It's that Ben
I
Johnson
disagree.
effect.
Okay.
I think the Bears they were a tragedy for 2 years. You kept Eberflus, and we all knew he should have been packed up, but you did it to get the right coach. And I'm seeing Caleb coming in the game with the confidence that he had at Oklahoma. Because I never really seen him gain that confidence back at USC like he truly had at Oklahoma when he was the big man on campus.
We won a Heisman Trophy.
And that is a good point. But I'm saying his actual confidence, like when he came in and took over from the big man on campus, and he knew it was about to be his job. That transition from the coach and him to a whole nother school, I think it might have stifled his growth a little bit. But now he's in the NFL, and they keep putting these weapons around him. Now to the point where we got to have a serious conversation about, are the Bears going to beat the Packers? Which it's been so many years, I didn't think that conversation would ever happen.
Yeah. I also want to talk about the Vikings. Can their quarterback throw a pass longer than 20 yards?
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
No is the answer. Is Joe Burrow going to retire?
I hope not.
Can we switch those two people? Can we switch McCarthy there and Burrow there? And
Yeah,
because
it
the
might
Vikings
happen.
have this thing to where they can get any quarterback, it seems like, that has been in the league for a while, and they can figure out a way to make him a league MVP. They are the only team that I've seen do that consistently. They did it with Randall Cunningham. They did it with Brett Favre. They would just find a dude off the street and turn him into a Pro Bowl. It's insane to me.
Hey, hear me out. The Rams find a way to win the Super Bowl this year. Matt Stafford rides off into the sunset. The Rams trade the house for Joe Burrow and reset the clock.
Not
That would
the
be the
worst idea.
craziest thing ever.
Dude, that's
Not
like
the
the
worst
Stretch
idea.
Armstrong reach. Slim.
I mean,
Everybody's
do
got
the
dreams.
Rams have draft capital for that?
I'm sure
No.
they'd find a way to make it work.
No. Wait. The Rams have the Falcons pick this year.
Yes,
I found
they
that
do.
out like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, and I think it's like a
The
top
Rams
10
have
pick
a
right
first.
now.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
they have the
It's like a top
Falcons
10
first
pick,
round
I'm
pick.
pretty sure.
Where'd
Yes,
they
sir.
get that from?
Oh, I can't remember who they got that from.
It was Swifty McVay, man. He does it again. I can't stand
I'm
the
telling
Rams
you.
because they're
I'm
so
telling
good.
you.
Swifty's so good. The GM is so good.
It's Les
The
Snead.
stadium is beautiful.
Les
Like
Snead.
we call it San Figueroa South because I've been to
Yeah,
LA.
yeah.
It's still a lot of Niners fans there. But as far as the organization, you guys are top shelf. Aaron Donald bobblehead day specifically bothered me this year because y'all was just on fire. It was like your hair was on fire as soon as they handed the bobbleheads up.
Yeah, the Rams are they had a pretty quick turnaround there. Quick shout out to our man Bryce down there, Mr. B Positive.
What's up, Be Positive? Better yet, let's take a second to give a shout out to our sponsors one more time.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, I want to shout out Hybrid Promotions, OTT Records, Self-Made the Label Music. You can catch all of our shows, our tours, merch, CDs, vinyl, anything you need self-made on www.selfmadeTheLabelHybrid.com.
Get your merch.
Yes, sir. Well, moving on here, gentlemen. I'm sure we all have it on TV right now. I'll go ahead and pull up the standings for the college football playoff here. We're all probably watching Alabama, Oklahoma right now, as Alabama has kind of turned the tide here in this game and taken the lead.
24 unanswered points.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That's fucking crazy, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
unbelievable kind of, and it's kind of happened slowly too. It's been kind of like a slow IV drip of points here. It hasn't kind of all come at once.
Shout out to Spencer Hybrid.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's
and
one thing about Alabama. They are one of the craziest teams this year because the first game that they lost to Florida State, everybody in Alabama wanted the coach fired. One of my best friends lives down in Mobile, Alabama, and he was like, as soon as they lost, they wanted them fired. I'm like, you got to let dude cook. I get it. You had Saban for so long. Saban is like when you have a real good stepdad that comes in, he got a little money. You know what I'm saying? He kind of changed mom up, got you dressed a little better. And then all of a sudden, he leaves and goes, and that weird dude in the Trans Am shows up and he keep licking his lips and talking to you very vociferously. It's very it's unsettling. But you got to get from the bad to the good to get back to the good sometimes.
Go ahead, DJ.
yeah, and this game has some interesting kind of off the field implications. If Alabama were to lose, I saw that Pete Thamel reported that if Alabama were to lose this game, the timing would be right for Michigan to make a run at Kalen DeBoer. Now, obviously, they could do it either way, uh, but that's one interesting thing
Interesting.
to keep an eye on is that Michigan could be zeroing in on Kalen DeBoer for the next head coach. Now, obviously, it feels weird to live in a world where Alabama's head coach could
Getting
get poached
poached.
by somebody else, but obviously, I mean, Kalen DeBoer has kind of been a little bit of a fish out of water, like culturally, like fit wise in Alabama. Obviously, he's doing just fine, kind of between the white lines, but kind of regionally and culturally, it's never been what he's been about, and
Right.
he might have a little better fit in Michigan. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. Now it looks like that so far it looks like Alabama might pull this out. It's still plenty of ball game, but Oklahoma hasn't looked very good. But that's one thing to keep in mind is how that'll impact the Michigan coaching search.
Um, yeah, Bakes, do you have anything you wanna
Well, I want
you want?
everybody right now on record to pick their national champion.
Texas Tech.
I'm going Ohio State. Bounce back.
It's my
That's where
heart
I was.
versus my mind. I want to say Ohio State, but I know that Ohio State has the propensity to lose in the biggest moment when they shouldn't. My heart wants to say Indiana, but my brain and the money says Texas Tech. My nephews told me Texas Tech at the beginning of the year, and sometimes the next generation got the juice too.
JT.
I think I'm gonna. It's not the sexiest pick, but it's kind of the bread and butter, the blue collar pick, and I'm gonna go with the Georgia Bulldogs. Kind of the
All right,
team
all right.
that's kind of been there before. Obviously, Ohio State's obviously been there, but I think Georgia has kind of the most sustained success. They come from the ACC, and they're not the sexiest team this year, but I think we kind of know what Kirby Smart's program's about, and I think he could get it done.
Yeah, well, it's good that nobody picked them, so now Indiana's gonna win.
Yeah, yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Well, I wanted to say Indiana, but I don't see Indiana beating Ohio State twice.
Yeah,
Been
I don't
telling you
know.
all
It's
year
it's gonna be tough.
they
Hey,
got
but
that mob money.
before we kind of move into team specific topics here, I did come across this while I was looking for brackets here. This was a prediction from the very beginning of the year from I believe this is Bleacher Report.
Life comes
And
after fast.
yeah,
It's kind of ugly.
Well,
what a
Florida State
world.
always has the talent. They just need
We
that
don't put it
coach.
together.
They need that coach.
Yeah, LSU now without a coach. Penn State.
LSU,
Penn State with
they've been
Iowa State's
sloppy.
coach, and Iowa State not even playing in a bowl game. Texas not making it. South Carolina, can't believe they didn't fire their coach.
Yeah, that's surprising.
I feel like Iowa
Uh,
State should have made it at the end of the season. Y'all was making strides, but y'all you could get 2 and 2 to come and make four, man. And sometimes it's like that.
Yeah,
Injuries, just injuries plagued Iowa State all year. I feel like if you guys had your Thorpe watch list, guys, on defense, the defensive
Yeah.
backs. I
True.
think that would have put you guys in the playoff at the very least.
I mean, they're realistically 2 wins away from being 10-2. Even maybe a couple of plays away from being 11-1. But JT, as we kind of talked about and touched on last week, with this Michigan job opening up, just kind of really at the midnight hour here, as far as thinking you would have dodged all the bullets. It's pretty much an agreement between everyone around the program that they wouldn't have survived that nuclear bomb dropping in from Michigan if they would have came after him.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
wrong with
'cause-
the coach, man? Like, why are you acting like that? You win some, you lose some. When a girl breaks up with you or calls it off, you gotta respect her wishes, man. You can't just be showing up,
Yeah,
popping
that's
up.
a tough look.
You know what I'm saying? Wilding out, threatening people.
Showing up and
You know what I'm
showing
saying?
out.
You was in the game. You've been subbed out. You gotta wait. You gotta
So
wait it out, man.
threaten to cut yourself with a butter knife or whatever he was doing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what
Oh
what is
yeah,
all that
there's. I
about?
wish I would have saved a couple
Oh,
memes I could have
Lord.
pulled up to play for everybody, but luckily for him, I ran out of space to be able to save anything else. So
I'm just happy it wasn't a student. It was a staffer this time. It's normally the student.
This is the worst
Yeah.
thing ever, bro. It's like I've tried to hold back on this, but the more information that I hear about this, the worse and worse it is. Like I want to write a book with this dude called "How to Lose $6 Million the Dumbest Way Possible." Like, come on,
That's
bro.
gone in 60 seconds right there.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot of change, man. Like, usually to lose that much money that quickly, I got to be playing Grand Theft Auto Online or something, bro.
Yeah.
And then the true question becomes, as a Michigan fan, since it's so late in the cycle, whoever you get, is he truly just a glorified interim coach for the year, or is this the dude that you going back moving forward? Because you're talking about going independent, and we see how that worked for Notre Dame. So you better make your next move your best move, Michigan. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I saw someone bring that up, that if Michigan just wants to kind of punt on this year and have that interim guy to just kind of hold things over for a year, I don't think it's the worst idea, especially since it's been such a hot kind of a hot season for coaching searches. A lot of these really good names are off the board, considering all the other top jobs that have opened up. So yeah, I think it's one of those things where if you can get, I'm sure, like a Kalen DeBoer, or one of these top guys, obviously you do that. But if you don't get a guy that is 100% the right fit for Michigan, it might be a good idea to just kind of roll with what you got and kind of give it another shot next year. I know that can set the program back even further, but it could be a one, I guess, like a one step back, two step forward kind of thing. So it's a good question. They're in a tough spot, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
know
interim
there's.
coach looked like he eats potted meat sandwiches. Like,
Yeah,
not
I don't think
very
he's having an
impressive.
affair with
You
anybody.
know what I mean?
He
I
looked
think
like
he's
he
ready.
do his job. He looked like he do his job, and he goes home and does more of his job.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's reports out there as well that I've seen in the last couple of days that they might be getting rid of their president and their athletic director based on what comes out of this investigation. That
Well, they've been under
I guess they're
investigation for
border.
quite some time.
Yeah, they have.
Well,
They're
I guess
always
the, I
under
guess this I
investigation.
guess this the Board of Regents is kind of looking at this as like the straw that's breaking the camel's back,
Yeah,
more
they're
or
always
less
under
for
investigation, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna clean house and you've been looking for an excuse to do it since the Harbaugh thing that's been kind of
Yeah, that's
mounting
been a dirty
pressure,
program.
this would be a good thing that you could use to be
Well,
like, all
about the
right,
scheme.
you gotta go, you gotta go, you gotta go.
If you're not
Uh,
cheating, you're not trying, bro. We all watch Eddie Guerrero,
You
dog.
don't blatantly cheat, then lie about it, and then bounce to the NFL. That's that Pete Carroll situation.
Again, we all watch Eddie Guerrero and Pete Carroll and Reggie Bush. And
Man, you did a crime. You did a time, player.
Yeah, all right.
yeah,
Before we get too deep into this, why don't we go ahead and check out the Husker situation here? I'm glad we got Juice with us tonight to kind of get
Uncle
a little in
Joe's.
depth here with Bakes to kind of get into this Husker topic here. I know you got a bowl game coming up, but you guys got a lot of movement going on throughout the program with not only your quarterback leaving, but some other coaching changes and then some other departures as well. Before you guys get off into it too deep, I do want to congratulate you on Johnson being named an All-American this
Thank
past
you.
week. So
It's well deserved.
the 111th All-American at Nebraska, I believe, is what I saw. So we're only down by 100.
Ah, go ahead, Uncle James.
Well,
We'll go ahead and let you break this down.
it's very bittersweet to see Dylan leave because like he's a homegrown man. Like he got his diapers changed in the end zone. And if you are a true Husker fan like me, like I laid in the A in that end zone, man. I love that field. I love them people. I love that town. And I know he does too. And I feel like he wanted things to go differently than they did. But it's like you gotta be happy that you had the moment. Like he came here, he tried to do something. But coming from me, somebody who transferred, like I pretty much invented the transfer portal in high school. I went to one high school, then another, then I finally got to where I was trying to be. So I get it. Sometimes you're a duck out of water and it takes a minute for you to get set on the trajectory that you're trying to get to. So like it's bittersweet, like, but I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna say something very honest right now. The most Patrick Mahomes thing he did this year was get injured. When you cosplay as somebody like Patrick Mahomes, you
He was
gotta
ahead of the
play the
game on
part the
that
whole way.
department.
Yeah, on God he was, and you gotta play your position the way that it's played. There's nothing wrong with emulating somebody. If I'm a wide receiver and I emulate Calvin Johnson or Jerry Rice, there's nothing wrong with that. Them is certified Hall of Famers. So when everybody he's cosplay Mahomes and this and that, he works with the dude's quarterback coach. Like his dad played in the NFL. Like he's got NFL pedigree. So I wish him the best, but sadly I predicted this uh, guy at work, I was talking to him. I was like, Dylan got to stay healthy because if Dylan gets injured, we got a backup from California. And my family came here from California. One thing about people from California when they come to Nebraska, you're not trying to come back less than you was before you went to Nebraska. That boy came here. He's laser focused. He ready to play. I love Dylan, but if you don't want to be here, we don't want you here, man. You got to go and spread your wings. I wish him the best of luck. Like Joe Daly and some of the other quarterbacks that play here and left, you always gonna be a Husker to me. But if you don't want to be in the room, we got to get somebody in here who does, because we paid a lot of money for you to give us mediocre results.
I'm a little
It's
salty about it, and I'm gonna go ahead and say I want his stats stricken from the record. You don't make a big statement as a 5-star quarterback, number 2 quarterback in the nation. I'm going to Nebraska to play where my father played, and then you get injured, and then some light skinned guy comes in the game and throws a couple touchdowns, and then next thing you know, I'm transferring. I don't understand it. It's like he's a
yes,
fraud, but I don't want to call him a fraud because that's taking it too far. I'm pulling out Josh here, going hard on the backup point guard. But no, it's just more or less that you made that grand gesture to come here and unfinished business, and you're gonna bring Nebraska back. I'm still waiting on that, man, and we running out of time.
yeah. So
JT,
I
go
kind of
ahead.
wanted, I kind of wanted to throw at you guys. I think you kind of already answered the question, kind of reading between the lines. But do you think that Nebraska is going to roll with TJ Latif, or do you think they're going to look for another starting quarterback in the transfer
I don't
portal?
think that we need another quarterback. We got a 4-star coming in. His name is Trey Taylor. He's throwing about 400 yards a game, 4 touchdowns a game, laser focus. Hate to piggyback off what Drake said about our other quarterback, but we got some very, very nice talent coming in. And I think it would be an injustice to go get another quarterback out the portal. If you want to bring somebody in just to compete with these guys, but it's going to be Trey Taylor or it's going to be TJ Latif, in
I
my
think
opinion.
I think you got to bring somebody in the portal. It's going to be way too many good quarterbacks out here in the portal. If you can get somebody who is cost effective that you think can come in and compete for the starting job, I would prefer that as opposed to paying somebody another $3 or $4 million to come here and possibly transfer in a year or two. We got good quarterbacks coming in, but we also have a weak class coming in. So I need Matt Rule to get very active in that transfer portal and just bring us, some of them boys from Georgia, some of them boys from Texas. Get some big boys in here that can move around and move some people around and get some things cracking. It's time for
Well,
Nebraska to get big again. We eat Omaha beef for a reason.
and that's essentially kind of the good thing with with him potentially leaving. It's not only the drama aspect of kind of the unwanted attention that he kind of brings with him with the scrutiny, but you also kind of free up that money that you're paying him. That now you can kind of, if you got faith in that backup guy, that you don't really have to give him too much more money to stay. You're giving him the opportunity to start for the team and lead the team. So he might get a little bit of a payroll boost, but that still might leave you with an extra $2 million now that you have to go out and spend somewhere else on the team that you really see as kind of what may be a weakness that's holding you back from getting to that next level that you're really trying to chase after, whether that be a 10-win season, a fight for a conference championship, a football playoff appearance, maybe playing for a better bowl game or a New Year bowl game, whatever that could be, whatever you're trying to obtain in the next 2 or 3 years, that $2 million could go a long way in, securing your future.
Yeah, everybody wants Rule to pull an Indiana and just kind of take over football. That's not how it works. That was a
No,
very unique
it's a
situation
very
that
unique
Indiana is in,
situation.
and I'm very, very
Absolutely.
proud of those guys. But fuck
Yeah,
those
that's
guys.
yeah, that's it's a really crazy situation how that kind of
I
how that
keep
kind of
telling
turned
y'all,
out.
Signetti got that mob money, bro. Listen to that last name, bro. You know what it is. You see the same thing at Arkansas in basketball. When that mob money come through, shit get moved. Look at the
Yeah,
kicker from Ohio State. My man was 12 of 12 going into the game, and all of a
he
sudden he
missed it.
shanks a kick. Now, keep in mind, don't think just because I got this hat on, I'm not a Florida State fan. Peter Warrick is the greatest wide receiver to ever play college football, but that's a discussion for another time. My point being, wide left, wide right, wide left. I know what a shank kick looks like from 26 yards, bro. Vegas got a Vegas.
Yeah, that was a tough look.
Um,
13 to 10 with a shank kick from a dude who been automatic all year. Make it make sense and I won't be mad. That's Uncle Juice motto.
yeah, I don't know if I got nothing for you to be able to cover that. Do you
All
guys
right, back
got
to these
anything else?
Huskers.
You got anything else you want
Yes,
to
back.
add to this here?
Yes, back to the Huskers. We had a couple transfers. On December 3rd, defensive back Caden Vermas entered the portal. Former
Was he a
four-star
starter?
Jamarian Parker. No, he was not.
Okay.
Former four-star Jamarian Parker. He transferred December 15th. Raiola intends to transfer. And then just today, Malcolm Hartzog, which was a key piece from last year's team. He
Yep.
got injured in the first game, out for the season, but he gets interceptions like people eat bubble gum. So I mean, it'll be good to see where he goes, and all these guys get another chance to show their skills. But once you're gone, you're gone. I'm no longer in love once you're gone. So
Yeah, I
Out of
mean,
all them boys, Malcolm hurts the most. Cause like Vic said, Malcolm was a playmaker. And to see somebody like get rolled up beginning of the season, they gotta pack it up. That's heartbreaking, man. Like that's why I got on the prime jersey today, man. Because I this is on a separate subject, but these is all kids, man. And like Rayola, I wish him the best. I wish all these dudes the best because at the end of the day, these is people's kids, man. And I'm not gonna cheer for somebody's kid to fail. That's weird to do.
yeah, that's a good way to look at it. That's a really good way to look at it.
Like
Are
we
you
all out
watching
here
this?
trying, man. We all out here getting bags. Like Alabama and Oklahoma doing it right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's out here trying to get that bag. It's $20 million to the winner of this race. And
Yeah,
that's
why
why
is
Michigan's
Alabama
trying to
stunting on
go.
What?
their field?
Are you watching this 50 Cent concert break out at the football game? What is happening?
Is that what this is?
Yeah, I think like between quarters, like 50 Cent came out and was performing.
I have it on Skycast. I only watch
Oh,
Skycast usually for these games. So I was
yeah.
trying to
I
figure
don't
out what
know.
was happening. I just seen a bunch of fireworks in like the corner of my eye. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Like I don't know
If
if it
I'm
was like
Uncle
delayed
Juice,
from
he's Uncle
halftime.
Petty. 50 Cent is the most petty dude in the world. I love it. He keeps me entertained.
Oh man.
Anything else you guys want to add there on the Husker transfer front? Are you guys excited for this bowl game here? I guess I'll ask you that one last question here before we move on. Are you looking forward to it? Not looking
Well,
forward
we got a
to
tough
it?
opponent. Those guys are pretty tough out there. They're well coached. They seem to be overachieving year after year. I'm just looking for us to compete. If we can sneak out a win, that'd be great. But right now, with all these transfers, all these coaching moves, I don't think the Huskers got it.
Who do they
Utah is a
play?
tough team, and
Oh,
they play
Utah.
in the Big
Oh, their
12.
coach just
So
resigned.
Yeah.
who? Utah?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Whittingham.
He might go to
Oh
Michigan.
man.
He
Well,
was
see,
he was the coach that there had been long rumored in college football that was looking to retire from the team he was at to look for another school to coach. I seen
that's
a
crazy
report
because
about
that's gonna put a weird
that back
motivation.
in October.
Yeah, he kind
That's
of
gonna
got
make
pushed
for
out, it
weird
sounds like.
motivation.
Or
Because
he
now, do you play harder because he's leaving, or do you let back on the gas because you got to get ready for
touchdown
next season
Oklahoma.
and the draft? Let's
30,
go.
37-yard touchdown. How about that?
And
Yeah, I
like
don't
we go back to Michigan with the independent thing. See, why people are trying to go independent is because a lot of people will be like, how are Vanderbilt and Indiana and these kind of teams, how are they funded? How do they function? Well, when you go to college football playoffs and you win the playoffs, you split a pot of $20 million. That's why Michigan's trying to go independent because they tired of when they win a national, part of that money goes to Ohio State. But on the same note, look at what happened to Notre Dame this year by not being in a conference and everything but football. Now you sitting at home watching the playoffs like me.
They
yeah,
refuse to play
it's
a bowl game.
And
yeah,
that's
that's
unfair to them kids. If
yeah,
you a senior and you play
that's
for
a
Notre Dame, how do you
conversation.
feel about that?
Yeah, that's a conversation we're gonna have to save here for the next couple of weeks. We still got 3 weeks of 3 weeks of playoff coverage to get through this Notre Dame deal. Who knows? Maybe Marcus Freeman goes to Michigan.
You know, Michigan got deep pockets, man. Like, look at their alumni, Tom Brady, Charles Woodson. Like, I'm pretty sure if Michigan want to throw the bag at somebody, they could go get Coach Prime if they probably wanted to, depending on how he feeling. I want him to come back to Florida State, but that's another subject. But back to the Nebraska thing, it's a good thing, man. We get an extra set of practices. TJ gets some more reps in going into next season. Hopefully, he comes out healthy in the bowl game. Utah's not going to be an easy win. They play in our old conference, and they out here trying to smack somebody. Like they've had a lot of upset wins this year, and both teams deserve to be there. But I just feel like bowl games, that's your last chance to play. Period. Like if you a senior or if you about to transfer, you got to shine or you got to sit. So, the bowl game is going to get interesting now with the fact that it's being expanded because are you going to see more top stars sitting because they get ready to go to the draft or are they
Right.
going to keep playing to get that bag?
Yeah, it's it's an interesting question that it's year by year unless it gets thrown into a clause. It's not going to be able to be answered. JT kind of flipping the script here. What have you heard here on the front as far as the Iowa State situation and what what the latest updates are looking like out of that camp over there?
I'm gonna propose something here, kind of doing a little bit of improv here and pushing the Iowa State talk to next week because there wasn't a whole lot of significant stuff. There's a completely random subject that we did not talk about that I want to bring up because I didn't know that these guys were going to be here. You had mentioned boxing. there was some pretty significant
Yes.
news from Omaha in the boxing world. I hope you don't mind me going on a tangent here. Obviously, you guys know I'm not a boxing guy, so I'm just kind of more throwing this topic to you guys. What did you guys think of Bud Crawford retiring?
I think it was well deserved. He has nothing to prove. He's already beat up the baddest. Like, what else do we want the man to do? Want to pay your taxes? He
I
won't
mean,
even
it
buy
seemed
his
like it was
belts.
kind of just the stuff that I've seen. It seemed like it was kind of unexpected. It was kind of out of the blue. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's
no,
true
I
or
think it
not.
was. I think it was more or less like he's accomplished what he wanted to. In my eyes, he's top 10 greatest boxers of all time. Especially coming from Omaha, we don't have too many stars. So it's just good to see him get so far in life and be so successful. So I'm with it. I support it 100%.
Shout out to Terrence and the whole rest of the Crawfords on my side of the family. Uh, we always get together and love watching them fight. You know, they support him. My cousins had went out to Vegas to go see his fights. I went to see his fights in Lincoln. I just think my man has nothing more to prove. I've grew up watching boxing my whole life, from Tommy Hitman Hearns to Lennox Lewis to Mike Tyson. When they call it the sweet science, that's really what it is to me. Like, give me a boxing game and I'm in there. And Terrence should be in all of them, and he should be considered one of the greatest. I think that Canelo was his golden goat. And for years, people had said he had been ducking people and this and that. Well, all he did was just neglect the naysayers and just keep winning. Because sometimes all you got to do is win. And 42-0, that's a nice round number. There's really nobody that can contend with him right now. And the boxing promoters, they want you to pay $300,000 to renew a title on a belt that nobody's trying to contend for. So why would I just give you money just to have a gold belt sit in my house when you ain't out here taking any of the risk? Like, I love boxing and I wanted to come back and thrive, but it's too many people that's in it for the wrong reasons, and it always has been. So I'm glad he getting out with his mind and his body in shape. He got time to spend time with his kids and just get back to his community like he been doing. So much love to Terrence Crawford. Much love to the whole Bud Crawford family. And you know what I'm saying? We thank you, boy, because you put this on the map. You did.
But what
Yeah,
I
just
hear is based off the belts, and the reason why he had to pay so much is because the purse that he won was in the sum of 50 million. So a certain percentage of that money goes back to the belts, and they give that money to retired fighters for healthcare and other reasons. So I mean, the money would have went to a good cause, but that's his money. He earned it. The guy who's doing the boxing commission for those belts, that guy never fought nobody. He's just a fan like the rest of us.
I'm not paying $300,000 for a belt that nobody's trying to contend with me on. That just financially that makes no sense. It's not financially viable. Like, my man live, in the hood and he drive a truck. Like, he trying to keep his money, and I ain't mad at that.
right.
Josh, did you have anything on Crawford?
Yeah, just kind of moving out here in 2014 when I did, and he was kind of already on his rise at that point. I had no idea who he was, but luckily I got to know these two pretty quick as I moved out here. So I got pretty integrated into the scene pretty fast, and just all the memories of all the fight nights, and it's not nearly as sad as kind of the Campbell thing initially was. You kind of knew this was coming, at least this
Mhm.
time around, even though you knew that was coming to a certain extent. This was coming at some point, whether it was going to be this year, next year, maybe the year after. There's another significant moment that's going to be coming up that's got deep ties to all of us, but we'll save that for when that news comes out, whether it be the end of this year or beginning of next year. I'll just kind of allude to that as a teaser, but just being able to see him box in person, and just seeing the way the city, unites over one guy. It was great. Great to be a part of it. Great to be around it. Great to feel a sense of community that you don't really get to feel anymore. Outside of maybe something like a small town that was definitely something the entire city of Omaha could always come around. And I ain't gonna lie, you always knew it was always gonna be a win. So that made it
It
a
was
little.
like Super Bowl Sunday in the Midwest to us, man. Like you just remember how you feel the morning of a Bud Crawford fight. Like you gonna see somebody get creamed. You gonna see a good
Hey, how
undercard.
quick?
Your
How
city's on
quick?
the map.
Hey, remember how quick? What round? What round?
Oh
What you
man, we used
got?
to
What you
call.
got?
Oh
What you
man, we
got?
got ninth
Five. What you
round,
got?
eighth
Four.
round. How many knockdowns? Like that's what makes boxing fun, man. You gotta everybody like growing up. There was so many good heavyweights, and then that all got dwindled down to where now you get good welterweights, you get good lightweights, you get good featherweights, but to really be that dude to put it on your back, to have your city on your back, like we gave him the hometown hero because he deserved it. And like I said, it was like a Super Bowl Sunday sometimes, man. Get ready to go over with the Crawfords. They got food cooking and everybody got the
Yep.
drinks out. We about to watch Bud knock somebody out. Uncle Juice, man, with Roundy. I got him in the knife, man. This dude, he can't touch him, man. He gonna hit him with too many counters. He gonna go southpaw in the third round. Like just stuff like that, man. I love boxing. I can't wait till the Arabs get it and put it back where it's supposed to be. Man, the Arabs got money for everything, bro. They trying to make their own college football league. It will not work. They got too many American personalities for that kind of thing. They got too many rules over there. They
Hey,
have six hundred
not when
eighty-three
the
billion dollars to spend on
hey,
sports,
listen,
bro.
not when the SEC and the Big Ten are busting it wide open for about any dollar they can get right now. So
I think they'll get some games over there, but to create a whole college football league, sponsored by the Saudis, I
you
mean,
watch,
crazier things have happened.
Big Ten football presented by Dubai Air.
Oh man, it's Riyadh season in the Big Ten.
Oh man, yeah. Well, gentlemen, we're approaching the hour mark here. The one thing I did kind of want to touch on with everyone briefly tonight, since this is the Christmas episode, is kind of what your Christmas plans are this year, and if there's anything that you're kind of looking forward to in particular between now and Christmas Day.
Well, we always do a brunch. I normally get it catered in, but I wanted to do something different this year. We wanted to give to the food bank and to do a toy drive and whatnot. So we're gonna do brunch, but I'm gonna make it myself. And we're gonna open up some gifts, and then there's Stranger Things after that. So
I'm about to bust that open, man. Like I've been peeking on this Stranger Things because I got that little '80s vibe. I'm about to bust that wide open here in a minute. For Christmas, for me, man, I don't really have kids, so it's about my god kids. I got my godson some dope gifts. I know they ain't watching, so I got this dude a Battle Cat. I got him a Paw Patrol set. I got him a Pickle Rick. So I'm just gonna watch him open up his stuff, go see my mom for a little bit, spend time with my sister. She getting ready to have a baby, so Uncle Juice got to stop by, make everybody laugh, and get ready for that new year so we can get ready to redo it and do it even bigger in 2026.
How far out does the baby do?
Little Caden should be here in March. But my sister says she's evicting him. So she says she's gonna shoot the fade with him at his fifth birthday because apparently his favorite thing to do is Jeff Hardy on her bladder.
I love it.
Shout out to K Money. That's your nickname.
JT, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got planned?
Yeah, I don't got anything too crazy. All my family's around here, so nothing out of the ordinary. I'll tell you what though, what I'm looking forward to is this weather is going to be crazy, man. It's going to be 55 degrees on Christmas Day. So that's going to be kind of a strange feeling. So I know for a while here we thought we were going to have a white Christmas, but that kind of changed
Man,
on
did
the
that
time.
not change too quick?
Yeah, it's been a long ass time, obviously, but man, 55 degrees on Christmas. I'm going to be wearing shorts to Christmas dinner. So looking forward to that.
That's global warming for you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're saying 60s out here in Omaha right now. We could set a Christmas record.
That's crazy, man.
Is what they're talking about.
What about you, Roberto, Mr. Slim?
Well, I will be traveling back to the great state of Iowa.
All right.
Making
on
the long trek to the land of Altoona there, staying with the Roberts clan. My sister just had surgery on her foot, I believe today actually. She had to get some kind of foot corrective surgery or whatnot, so she will be on a scooter staying at mom and dad's for the next 2 weeks. I will also be at mom and dad's for about a week. So my mom found that out about a week ago or so, and it kind of all hit her at once. So she's not sure how she feels about having.
You're gonna be there a whole damn week.
She's gonna
I'll probably
love
stay
it,
for a
bro.
week.
Oh, God.
When you guys get back together.
For real, dog. You see how they're both her kids in the crib, man. Y'all about to be the ones irritated, not her.
Well,
Oh no, she'll get
out.
she'll get irritated real quick. That's just how she rolls. God love her. God love you.
It's
Love
all
you, mom.
good,
I know
man.
she's gonna see this later, so love you, mom. There's no hard feelings.
It's Christmas, dog. We all here to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy each other, man, because, you know, tomorrow ain't promised. You know, you never know when your last Christmas going to be, man. So
Oh,
enjoy
absolutely.
your family, enjoy your friends, man. Just enjoy the holiday, man. Don't be a
No, we
Grinch.
do it. No, we do it big every year. They've already got a bunch of plans set up for us. It should be a good time. Like I said, JT once again it comes back to no
photo shoots.
It comes back. Oh yeah. Well, and Lindy's got to have a scooter. You can't walk on her foot. So, yeah, no, I can't wait to kind of have fun with that.
Let me tell y'all something about them scooters. Y'all be thinking shit is sweet on them scooters until you got to make a hard turn left or right. Now it's for real.
I'll make sure I'll let her know. But yeah, other than that, just some time with family and some time off work, and then we're Are we planning on doing a show next Friday? JT, Vic, you guys gonna be available next Friday? I guess we might as well settle it right here before we close out.
Sorry.
Potentially.
I'm available.
Yeah, I think we can probably work something out.
Hey, man, if y'all want me back, man, I'll let it come back. I definitely enjoyed the night. You know, I watch y'all every Friday. And I'll be having insight at the crib. I was like, shit, man, let me come on over and just let them know what Uncle Juice got to say about a little bit.
And I know that me and Josh get worn out when it's just the two of us. So
dude, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
Anytime we can have more than, I mean,
the more the merrier. If you got something to say.
Sometimes I just be tired, man.
Yeah, I feel.
I work 2 jobs. I got 4 kids, a mortgage. Life's hard.
Okay, fellas, let me ask one question that we didn't ask tonight before the podcast is over. Now, we all asked who we had for the national championship. And I know at least 3 people on here are probably going to be biased. But who do you have winning the Super Bowl this season?
Oh, man.
The Rams.
Niners.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. We supposed to be rebuilding. We don't know what rebuilding means.
How about this? Why don't we rephrase the question? If you had to pick a team that's not your team to win the Super Bowl, who would you pick?
Not the Bears.
Yeah.
Hey, man, put some respect on Caleb Williams' fingernails, my dog.
I will not. I will not. So I'm on one of his little commercials. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me some endorsement checks. I really don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Caleb is that boy, man, but I'm not crazy. I'm not going to bet the Bears.
Is this the year the Bills finally get it done?
I was just about
Josh
to
Allen
say,
gets
my
over the
boy
hump.
Joshy, man.
No,
Y'all gotta put some
Bills-
respect
Good
on
call.
Joshy's name, boy.
If I had to pick
Josh
a team
Allen is that
that,
boy.
I mean, other than that,
I
it's
mean,
not going
I
to be
was
the
gonna say,
Eagles.
that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say Philly. They kind of feel like the new Chiefs, where they kind of dick around during the regular season, do just enough to get in, and then they kind of turn it up once they get in the playoffs. So I could see that, but yeah, I kind of had tunnel vision on the NFC. Now that you mentioned the Bills, I kind of dig that as well.
I'm not really sold on the Patriots yet. I'm not
Yeah, I'm
necessarily
not either.
sold on the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos are kind of building that resume to the point where it's getting harder and harder to discredit them for what they're doing because they continue doing the same thing. So their level of consistency is making it hard to argue against that they aren't the real deal.
I
They
mean, I would
play in a
go.
division full of Hall of Fame coaches. Like, think
Yeah,
about that division's coaches, bro. It's crazy work.
yeah.
Like Super Bowls galore in that division, bro.
I
So
mean,
the Broncos might not be a
other
bad
than
choice.
Pete Carroll, I mean, Pete Carroll's just
Yeah,
kind of phoning it in over there right now, bro. I mean, come on.
I would
Pete
probably have
Carroll,
to say
they just
Bills
gave
or
Pete
Bills
Carroll
or
a free
Broncos.
retirement check.
Pete Carroll is 1,000,000 years old. Pete
Yeah.
Carroll's social security number is 6. Okay. Pete Carroll
Well,
started
Bill Belichick says
AARP.
5, and he's coaching in college.
Pete Carroll started AARP. He got an amendment made to the Ten Commandments. That's how old Pete Carroll is. Pete
Oh,
Carroll
man.
got Jesus' phone number from high school.
I don't know. I think the Steelers could do it.
Don't make me fight you.
I mean,
I'd fight
that's my
Mike
guy
Tomlin.
there. That's my guy
I'd
there,
fight Mike
quarterback.
Yeah.
I
Tomlin.
love Aaron Rodgers to
How'd you
death,
feel about
but
that?
he gotta go sit out.
Yeah,
How'd
I
you
don't
feel
know.
about that, JT? If he won a Super Bowl for the Steelers?
I mean, I'd be kind of happy for. I mean, obviously, if it wasn't against the Packers. I mean, Aaron Rodgers
Do you
already
think
took
he
one Super
retires
Bowl.
if he wins one?
Ooh, that's a good call. I don't know. I mean, Aaron Rodgers already took one Super Bowl from the Steelers, so it's only fair that he gives it back. So,
They
um,
are packed up at the end of the season, man. He got too much going on. He got a messed up wrist right now.
yeah, I don't
I,
know.
lo- I
I don't
love
know what he's
Aaron
gonna do.
Rodgers, but he's tarnishing his legacy at this point.
Look at the
Yeah, I don't
Jags down there
disagree,
at 10-4 too.
but I don't know.
Dude,
I
quit
feel like,
Jesus
sleeping on
Christ.
Jacksonville.
I don't think
ugh,
Jacksonville has what it takes to go ahead and win that
yeah,
chip,
I'm
though. Like
gonna
they're
keep
early.
sleeping.
They're early. And you
Yeah,
know what happens when you're early? You get humble.
Hey man, Trevor Lawrence looked like he got that
that's a rookie
confidence. He out here
coach,
trying
ain't
to
it,
play
or a
like
second year
White Vic.
guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
That,
they got a really good upper management. Like their owner, he owns like all types of sport teams. His son owns AEW wrestling. Shout out to be here on the
yeah.
31st.
Shout out
Like they
AEW.
got a there. He's one of the only minority owners in the entire NFL. Man, he
Yeah,
runs a tight
kinda.
ship. Like they new stadium is beautiful.
He's got a really nice yacht.
I could get down or lay down with what he's talking about. But we can have some meetings. I'm
yeah,
sure
then
he can
don't.
find a spot on the roster for your boy. But yeah, I definitely think the Bills is somebody we gotta pay attention to, man. Josh Allen is bigger, stronger, and faster than Ben Roethlisberger. Think about that. That's scary.
Yeah, but who's he throwing the football to? Keon Coleman? Jesus Christ.
Keon Coleman, it's 2 players in the NFL I want to shoot the fade with. It's him and Jerry Judy. Jerry Judy, if I catch you talking to Shador like that again, some people might have to come talk to you outside, bro, because you got more drops than a stripper in Las Vegas.
Pretty serious.
Like you drop it like it's hot, like you on P Valley, bro.
Oh man. I do want to hit this real quick before we get out of here. AP Top 25 this past week for college basketball. This will be the last thing we'll hit, and then we'll go ahead and land the plane here. I do want to acknowledge Nebraska making it up to number 15, and then JT, the boys holding strong there at 4 as we go into sleep hibernation mode here for the next about 2 weeks or so.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, we'll see. Not a whole lot going on till the new year. So
I'm just glad to see Nebraska in the top 25. Being
yeah, that is a
competitive.
hell of a win.
That big win over
yeah.
Illinois this last week.
Yeah, that last shot, I don't think that could ever be duplicated. I'm glad it went in when we shot it up. But
I think you killed your announcer. Did you hear the
yeah,
radio
actually,
call?
he lost his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that dude is in a mental asylum right now.
I think he had an
Yeah.
aneurysm, or I think he had a mid-shot lobotomy.
At Nebraska, we've been good at like fringe sports for so long, like baseball and volleyball and stuff like that. But like when we get the major sports like football and basketball, oh, you will see them people show up and show out like they do for the volleyball team. Like, there's a reason why they say there's no place like Nebraska. Like, if you ever been tailgating here, if you ever been to any of them girl volleyball games, it's a different kind of vibe, man. The only vibe I can compare it to is when I went to the Broncos game. The Denver Broncos fans definitely give me a Nebraska type feel. Also, Iowa fans from the Iowa Hawkeyes. Very nice, very wonderful people. Don't like the
No,
establishment,
that's
but
not
wonderful.
the way.
Yeah, let's not.
I mean,
Not get
they're
too,
all right.
freak
They're
on
all
it.
right.
They are, yeah.
They're
I mean, I
all
don't
right.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can agree with you
They're
on that
all
one, but
They're all right.
They were nice to me, and I didn't have money, so I don't know why they were nice to me without money
Oh,
present.
JT, the clones holding strong there at number 4. I did send you some good news earlier today. The Eagle has landed as far as the copies of the book coming in. I guess I didn't realize when I ordered a black and white copy of the book that it would be in black and white. I guess I don't know how I thought that would work, but here we are.
what do you
It's a
mean?
marketing
What
scheme.
would you think was
Like
gonna
it's
happen?
I don't know.
I guess I didn't know either way. I just kind of I
I
didn't
wish
buy it for the
there's no
I didn't
color in
buy
the
it for the
pictures.
pictures.
There's no color
I
in the
didn't.
pictures.
You don't
You
buy
gave
it
us
for
a
the
vague
pictures.
cliffhanger earlier. So.
I mean, that would have been a nice little touch, but I wasn't feeling like paying the little extra dollar amount. Nonetheless,
Sometimes black and white
Look,
pictures can be dope, bro. Just I don't know.
nonetheless,
It all depends on the context.
looking forward to the book club
nonetheless,
segment next week.
yes, we're gonna be starting a book club segment here. Starting talking about the Fanatic 20-year edition from Chris Williams. Hopefully, he doesn't sue us for openly talking about these chapters, or maybe we can make a segment with him about it.
Bro, y'all want to talk about books? Read Terrell Owens' book. That shit is next level.
We're not there
I
yet.
heard his dad lived across the street from him practically his whole life, and he didn't know it.
That is one of the greatest sports books I've ever read. My uncle gave it to me before he passed away. I read every page. It's a wonderful story, and you'll definitely understand why T.O. is who he is.
Well, at least he didn't turn into an Antonio Brown.
Oh Lord, crash out cadet.
All right, Bex, do you want to thank some sponsors real quick here before we get out of here?
Yeah, no doubt. This is Friday Night Live, brought to you by Hybrid Promotions on the Self-Made the Label Sports Network. Also sponsored by OTT Records. Reference to Self-Made the Label Music, www.selfmadethelabelhybrid.com for all your merch needs. You can follow us. You get a discount code by joining our mail list. And hey, man, it's a wonderful show tonight. I thank you fellas for being here and making this so special.
Absolutely. I want to thank you guys for being a part of the Christmas episode tonight. Uncle Juice, glad to have you on for the first time. This won't be the last. Look forward to having you on in the future. As always, Young Bakes, JT, thank you as always. For everybody involved here on Friday Night Live. We hope you guys have a great Christmas, and it sounds like we plan on seeing you on the 26th. Then we'll be back to recap the crazy week in sports that's about to unfold in front of us. Other than that,
Yes, sir.
have a great Christmas. Enjoy.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Enjoy your time.